raise a matter of urgent public importance under Order 8, Rule 4, and to seek your kind permission that by the provisions of Order 8, Rule 7, I will suspend our rules to enable me take this motion. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
I remain Yunus Ahmad Abubakar, representing the good people of Yamal Chideba Federal Constituency of Gombe State. I stand to second the motion moved by my amiable friend and colleague, Dr. I.D. Gyang, that our relevant rules should be suspended to enable him to take the matter as it is urgent and very, very important. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
From imminent collapse, the House notes that it is a truism that the Nigerian economy is in recession, and while government is battling to restore the economic fortunes of the nation, all sectors of the economy are confronted with survival battles. The aviation sector inclusive, and in particular, private airline operators. The House further notes that private airlines are the only players in the nation's aviation industry, facilitating and making air travel possible following the collapse and non-resuscitation of the national airline. Concerned that private airlines and indeed the aviation industry are at risk of imminent collapse as characterized by the sudden stoppage, discontinuance, and suspension of operations by major players in the industry, including aero contractors, First Nation, and Arik Air, respectively. The House is disturbed that domestic airlines whose services, maintenance, and operational costs are denominated in hard currency, the current volatility in exchange rate and the general economic downturn is threatening their very survival. This is further complicated by the numerous charges which the airlines pay to regulatory agencies. Aware that air travel remains the only alternative to traveling by road, and given the poor and dilapidated state of most of Nigerian roads, the nation owes the responsibility to ensure their survival. The House is further aware that what is happening in the private airlines, with private airlines, is symptomatic of the fact that the industry has been infected by the virus of economic recession. And this House has a responsibility to address the matter given the role and impact of air travel on the economy and the day-to-day activities of citizens, corporate bodies, and governmental institutions. The House therefore resolves to mandate the House Committee on Aviation to wade into the matter with a view to identifying best possible options in mitigating and profiling a durable solution and report back to the House within 1 week. I so move, dear colleagues.
And I rise to second the motion as heavily moved by Honorable Gyang. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable ID, lead the debate, please.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. We are witnesses to the fact that air travel is one way of movement by Nigerians, and its contribution to the economy is so immense that anything that will affect that industry should indeed attract our urgent attention and intervention. As we are already aware, the major private airlines in the Nigerian aviation industry are facing a serious crisis that has led to the stoppage and discontinuance of the operations and activities of some of them. And it is very necessary that appropriate measures and quick intervention measures be taken by government to ensure that this sector of the Nigerian economy is rescued from imminent collapse. I therefore urge honorable colleagues to please support this motion and support the aviation industry and support the operation and survival of private airlines in our nation and in our economy. Thank you and thank you.
The aviation industry is in near collapse, and there is urgent need to do something about this.
My dear colleagues, let me start by again thanking our brother who thought it wise that we consider this very sensitive sector this morning. But I would want to ask, besides the aviation sector, is there any other sector in Nigeria today that is fully alive? I have not seen any. And I will also want to say that for us to tackle these problems, I think that we should go to the root. What is the real cause? We're talking about recession today. And of course, all fingers will point to the past administration. Some will say 16 years of misrule. It is not a party, let me put it on record. It is the individual. We agree on one thing in this country, that our problem is mismanagement. And who are those behind it? Who have been the governors and the senators and members of National Assembly for the past 16 years? Where are they today? Are they still in the system or are they out of the system? This is a country and an administration that took 6 months to boot. 6 months of our time was lost. The world will not be waiting for Nigeria within that period of 6 months. What do you expect when we slept for 6 months? You expected us to reap for the period that we have been sleeping. We're only beginning to wake up. It is only today that it appears that there is an administration in the country, because we have gone into recession.
We're also saddled with the issue of corruption allegations against airlines with regards to their internal operations, which I think this honorable House cannot ignore. And with regards to the economic recession we're facing, this sector is critical to the economic recovery we are looking at pursuing as a nation. 90% of the air traffic in Nigeria is handled by international airlines. As we speak, there's an increasing number of them continually terminating operations in Nigeria, and this portends great risk to our economic development.
The issue of merger and acquisition has been mentioned. I want to suggest that the aviation industry be given some time to recapitalize, just like we did for the banking industry some years back. If they are given a time frame to recapitalize, this will force mergers and acquisition on them, because the aviation sector needs so much funding to be vibrant.
The issue of security cannot be overemphasized at our airports, and that also needs to be looked at. And then, of course, the platform for collection of revenue at the airports needs to be reviewed. We seem to be undecided about what platform to use in revenue collection. And in this time of recession, we really need to improve on our revenue generations in every sector of the economy. Mr. Speaker, having listed all of this, I'd like to support the motion and ask my colleagues to let this motion pass, and for the House to have a public hearing on the aviation industry as a whole and not on the airlines only. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion as amended say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Next point of order.